Good morning, YouTubers. This is Friday, April the 24th, 2020. This is Sheila Texter with Sheila's One Stop Coaching Transformational Tip for Friday. Every Wednesday and Friday, I put out videos with new content. I am a author, life coach slash minister, but I'm also a mentor. I have about 30 years of experience in ministry, leading, teaching. My main goal, especially on the Friday videos, is to help a person find their gift, find their purpose, and then once they find that, help them activate it, help them to take action to activate that gift, that calling, that purpose that they are feeling in their life. But I just want to say this morning that I am so glad you're tuned in with me. And today I want to speak on write the vision. It's kind of like a two-part. I'm going to bring two scriptures pretty much every time I do a coaching session because I am faith-based. In other words, I'm going to bring it biblical. I'm going to bring biblical principles and back up what I bring to you through scriptures. Because I can tell you every self-help book, every book that I've ever read, if they don't mention the Bible, you can go back to the Bible and find their principles in the Bible. Proverbs is full of wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Proverbs is a book that could stand all alone by itself and take a person from point A to point B. And actually, I'm going to be reading a scripture out of Proverbs today. But I wanted to speak on writing your vision down. And Habakkuk, sometimes I don't say that book right, but in chapter 2, verse 2, the Lord tells him to write the vision, write it plain, so the one that reads it can run with it. So I tell you that I have all over my house. Here's one little book. I have books on top of books and notebooks full of visions, full of prayers, full of declarations, decreeing and declaring and things that I want to see come to pass. And a lot of those things that I wrote down have come to pass. And a lot of that is in my book that I wrote, Life After the Mistake, New Beginnings. Yes, there was a mistake made. And yes, it was in the church. And yes, God did a beautiful redemptive story. But the new beginning part is full of scriptures and full of how God can take a person from point A to point B. But I wanted to read a scripture out of Proverbs 16:3 because this is a mind thing. Everything that we do and want to see come to pass, it's a mind thing. And if you don't put good things in your mind, then your mind will dwell on all the bad. But I love the scripture, and I wrote it down, and I broke down what each word means. Proverbs 16:3, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts, the things you think on, shall be established. So you see that could go both ways. If all you're thinking on is bad and dread and depression and oppression, that is what is going to be manifested in your life. Now, I know there's some things that are out of our control, but for the most part, we can control this by His help. But we got to let God do it. We can't just let our mind have its way. We got to allow God to come in and guide our mind and guide our thoughts. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. Okay, a thought. Well, let's go to the commit first. Commit means to carry out, devote, apply, and dedicate. So are we committing our works? Are we devoting our time? Are we applying what we're doing and dedicating what we're doing to the Lord? That's the first step. You got to do the first step is commit those things unto God. In other words, do those things unto the Lord. Do the things that God is calling you to do. And then your thoughts will be established. A thought is an ideal or an opinion produced by thinking, pondering, meditation, or considering. So if you're pondering on something, if you're considering something, if you're thinking on something, that is what is going to manifest. So to establish means to begin it or to bring it about, to bring something about. So I don't know about you, but I want to bring about good things in my life. I want to bring about the things of God in my life. That's what I want to bring about. I want to bring good things and think good things. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. So today, my inspirational, motivational thought is to, as a man thinketh, so is he. I challenge you today to question what are you thinking of. First of all, think about what you're thinking about. And then if it's not good thoughts, if it's all bad, if it's all dread and worry and frustration, then I challenge you today to try to change that. And you can change that. I am a living witness of that. I know I say it a lot, and if you've watched any of my videos, you'll probably hear it again and again. I picked up a book in 2014 called I Declare by Joel Osteen. But it was the introduction of that book that made me realize that a lot of things that were going on in my life, a lot of the mediocrity that I had going on in my life, the poor attitude that I had, the judgmental attitude I had, the critical things that I had going on in my mind, was what I was thinking on. It was what I was allowing in here. And as I could not, it was supposed to have been a 30-day book, and you were supposed to read like one declaration a day. I read that book in 2 days. I couldn't put it down because it was like something. A light turned on and said, wow, if I could change this, I could change my world. And that is exactly what I did. I changed the way I was thinking, and I changed my world. Yes, I'm still Sheila. Yes, I'm still here in this life. But the life that I'm living, it's so beautiful. It's so peaceful. It's so giving, and it's so full of abundance. And I'm not talking about money necessarily, or houses or lands or and all that. Those things are abundance, and those things do come from God, and I thank God for them. But abundance of peace and strength and faith and encouragement and the way I see things, it has totally, totally turned my life around. And I'm excited about it. I thank God for it. And that is what really has brought my book forth. It's brought this YouTube channel forth. It's brought a lot of things forth in my life. I have took a life coach course. I have completed that. I have a certificate in a life coach course. And my goal is to start making coaching packages, digital, paper, do Zoom meetings, and start getting clients and helping people. This is something I would do whether I got paid or not. And that's where you realize that you have found your purpose. So today, a recap. Write your vision. Write down what you feel like you would like to do in your life. And look at it every day. Then start committing your works unto God. And those things that you're thinking of, God will establish them. You know, now I'm not saying something off the wall, that thoughts. I'm talking about godly thoughts and godly things. If you're wanting to help somebody, you feel a calling to go the extra mile, God will help you with those things. So I've been on here about 10 minutes. I don't want my videos to go over 10, 15 minutes because I'm trying to keep them, sized down where people will watch them. So I'm asking you today, subscribe to my channel, share my videos, like them, share them, comment on them, and help me get the word out there that we could change our world by changing this right here. Y'all have a safe weekend. We are still in the virus, but we're getting close to coming out of this season. But let's let this be a preparing season. Let's take this downtime to connect with our Creator. I don't believe that it's here for no reason. God said He would make, like He told Joseph, the things that the devil meant for evil, God's going to make good if we will allow Him to. So until next Wednesday, y'all have a great weekend, and I will see you then.